something up. I don't know how to fix it. Let me see if I can change it on the other app. Completely botched. Didn't title the stream. Didn't put a thumbnail or anything. So yeah, we lagged out last time. If it's lagging again, I will have to end it immediately. But otherwise, we're back. Let me see if I can get this going. Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. Alright, let's see here. It's not gonna let me... Oh my god. Alright. We got one person still here. Yeah, we lagged out last time, unfortunately. I guess something happened. We just lagged out and everyone left, so... Now we're back, baby. We are back. We got the entire HoldUp Displays gun wall in full effect. I forgot to title the stream when I started it, so now I'm crashing out trying to figure out how to do that. I think I need to do it on the computer. But give me 1 second and I'll try to get this going. Otherwise, if people start popping in here, I'll keep an eye on the chat. Hello, friends. We have the ultimate gun wall. Saturday. The Saturday stream. Alright, I think it'll let me... I think it will let me change some stuff on here. We got the HoldUp displays. Will you buying/reviewing the Saber 11? I don't know. I don't really want to spend that much money. I already have like a really good 2011, the Platypus. And I have that, but it's not technically a 2011 because it's a 22 TCM. I don't know. I probably won't buy it. But if they send me one, which they won't, then I would do a review on it. I've almost got this figured out. Apologies. We got the cursed vector. Alright, how do I change the aspect ratio? Alright guys, we're back. Place AK-47C. I don't know what that means. That's a Zastava ZPAP 85. That is a 5.56 AK. And then I have a 7.62 AK. Whoops. Down here. Kind of hard to see. I've almost got this figured out. I need to crop this image. Cropping now. And then, oh, you guys haven't even seen the best part. We have another wall on this side. So that's pretty cool. Very cool indeed. I'm about to change the thumbnail and the title to the stream. So that's what's taken so long. It's not being very friendly with me. What's up, pretty boy? I accidentally started the stream before I did the, before I changed the title or anything. So I'm trying to do that now, but I see we got a bunch of people in here, so if you guys want to pop out and start asking questions, feel free. But yeah, the flag wall is really cool. Plus, on top of that, every one of these that they sell, they're going to be donating $776 to support a local veteran in their community. So that's really sweet. But it is a very expensive wall. If you get the wall with all the accessories, it's like $5 grand, I think. Which, I mean, some people got the money for it, but that is expensive. For me, anyway. And then we got this whole other wall on this side. I kind of rearranged some things. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about that. I got the Deagle, we got the Cursed Vector. Do you have a 35 Marlin? No. I have a 30-30 Marlin and a 444 Marlin. And then I got some Henrys. One of them's a 44 Magnum and one of them's a 30-30. And then the Rossi is a 44 Magnum. 96 players in here. What's up, chat? We got some people chatting in here. I've almost got the thumbnail figured out. I had to change the size because the file size was too large. But yeah, feel free to ask some questions if you want to see anything close up, or if you want to ask if we have anything, we can do that. I've almost got this figured out. There's no way that's still 3 megabytes. I just made it a screenshot. See, that one's not. That one's 1.7. Hold on a minute, guys. I'm crashing out. See that one? Now it says 4.4. Whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. The Vector night vision. Yes, it has a night vision on top of the carry handle. I can't figure out. Can I take a photo? Will it let me take a photo? Change. Change thumbnail. Come on. Not letting me. Whatever. I'm just going to change the title. I don't think it matters that much. We got 117 people in here. Saber right in front. You're pushing the door the wrong way, Ezra. No, I don't have a Saber. This is not a Saber. This is an AT3 Tactical 300 Blackout that I just built. I got a full video of that. Trump guy, question mark? No, not really. I'm not a Trump guy. I do have a Trump-themed Thompson, though. How many 300 blackouts? Good question. It'd be one more if I could get a 300 blackout Mini 14. But we got the bolt action 300 blackout. There's one. We have this as a 300 blackout. So 2. We got the CZ 600 trail. That's 3. We have a 300 blackout down here. So 4. And I think that's it. A grand total of 4. All right, we got the title. I'm changing the title now. Hang on a minute. I'm flustered. You guys are making me flustered. All right, save. I think I got it. Kamala guy? No. Definitely not. Chris Vector, yes. Do you have the Midwest Industries suppressor handguard? Yes, I do, actually. It's right here. It's very large on the inside, and it can fit a suppressor, although it does get very hot. So, I mean, that is kind of a drawback. All right, let me know if it changed the title. I can't get this thumbnail to change, but I guess it doesn't matter if you're just scrolling through on a YouTube short. So we'll leave it. Doesn't even matter. Most of you guys are probably just scrolling, and that's how you found the video anyway. Do you got a 30-06 pump? No, I do not. Do you have a Reardon muzzle device? No, but I have a bunch of Plan B muzzle devices. The Q Cherry Bomb. Uh-oh, it's blurry. Yeah, I got a bunch of Q Cherry Bombs. And this one's a Breek Arms, but it's also a Plan B style. Desert Eagle, yes, right there. It's kind of dirty, though. There's a bunch of fingerprints on it. Just being obnoxious. Oh, I see. Is this your personal collection? Yes. What state? The United States. Do you sell these weapons? No. If I did, I would have a lot more money. But I don't. Got any LWRC? No, I don't. Are they all real? Yes. Have you got a 300 blackout? I just went over this. We have this one is a 300 blackout. This down here, CZ600 is a 300 blackout. This is a 300 blackout, and we have a bolt action 300 blackout right there. Everyone sub to the channel if you like guns. If you don't like guns, well, maybe don't subscribe. But if you like guns, subscribe. Somebody asked about a Marlin 4570. I have a Marlin 444. That's as close as I got to that. Any 50 cal? Yes, right there. Desert Eagle. 50 AE. Which is your oldest one? Probably this Mosin. 1942. Super low serial number. It's probably the oldest one. See if I can stand in the corner. Is there... You have a SIG 552? No, but I just got a SIG 556 right there. Unfortunately, I don't have enough racks to get it up on the wall, or I would have it up there. You go sniper. Yeah, I have a couple snipers, I guess. 6.5 PRC. Somebody asked about 6.5 Creedmoor. I don't really have any experience with it. But it is, I guess it's a little bit flatter shooting than a 308. We got some hunting rifles up here. That Vector looks sick. I like guns, but I won't sub. Okay, well, you're banned. Mods, ban Skank Hunt 42. Mods, I don't think I have any mods. What's your favorite gun? Probably the High Point. I got the High Point tucked away up here. My favorite, the High Point. Somebody asked 9 or 45. The Vector is a 9mm. Blocking someone for that. I was literally joking, but yeah. Any 8mm guns? No. Plus sub instantly. Very cool collection. I have a bunch of like cooler stuff down here that I want up on the wall, but I don't really have a whole lot of room for it. So I need to get some more racks and then move some things around. Somebody asked, do you have an AK? Insane click rate. Yeah, I feel like most of the people coming here are just like scrolling through shorts feed. We have one AK, it's a PSA. I just commissioned a 5.56 RPK, which is gonna be sweet. It's a Zastava M72. Oh shit. You messing with that puppy? No. Why is he whining? He's not. All right. Double action pistols or Uzis? I have an Uzi down here. I lost my train of thought, guys. Got a Uzi right there. It's got wood furniture. Oh, I'm getting a Zastava M72, but it's 5.56. It's RPK. It's pretty cool. Is that a Galil stock on the Zastava? No, this is a CNC Warrior brace. Fake or real? Real. Bro, is that the Vector cable uses in Deadpool? I don't know. This is the cursed Vector. You've heard of the Chris Vector, but this is the cursed Vector. Somebody asked, is something wrong with the puppy? No, the puppy's fine. Somebody asked something, but I forgot. High point being on a rack period is peak gun humor? Yeah. Alright, I guess I lost it, but double barrels included. I do have some shotguns. You have a Thompson and the Mark II. I have a Thompson. Thompson's right there. I got a few shotguns. We got a couple pumps, single shot 410, Mossberg 935, and a Beretta 1301 tactical. Any snipers? I guess you can call this a sniper. It's just a hunting rifle though. So yeah, there's some snipers. There's a sniper down here. 6.5 PRC. Do you have any issues with climate control / humidity? Not really. I usually have a dehumidifier in here, but it's not in here right now because I just put this wall up, so I had to move a bunch of stuff out. But typically I'll have a dehumidifier running down here. Got any plinkers? Yeah, these are all plinkers. Do you have a puff gun? I don't know what that is. Are you going to get the Benelli 12 gauge? Probably not. I like the Beretta better. The Beretta 1301's probably one of my favorite semi-auto 12 gauges. Is that an IR scope on your Chris? Technically, yeah. It is actually. It's called the NV500 Commander. It's like a digital scope. Largest caliber, 50 AE Deagle. This isn't a gun shop? No. This is my basement. Mine is the big bore. The 50 AE is the biggest bore I have. Any 22? Yeah, I got a bunch of 22s. This is a 22 AR from Bore Buddy. This is a Christensen Arms MPR rimfire. I got a CZ457, another CZ457. This is a Remington Speedmaster 5.52, I think, or 5.12 or something like that. This is a JC Higgins. This is like a Savage. A couple 1022s. I like my 22s. And I got some bolt action ARs. Everyone always loves those. How many ARs do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20? I think I might have one upstairs. There's also a lower right here, so 21. You need to invest in a label maker. Yeah, I do. Actually, well, I have one, actually. A label printer. Are they real guns? Yes. Any lever actions? Yes. I have a few lever actions down here. Uh-oh. Stepped on a Lego. A couple lever actions down here. Some Marlins and some Henrys. What's the best gun you have? Probably the Cursed Vector. Everyone seems to like that one. Any Glocks? Somebody asked about Glocks. I got a Glock 45 and a Glock 40 and a Glock 19 right there. And I got some Glock clones, but I'm not a huge Glock fan. Somebody sent something. There was like some kind of heart. Oh, somebody sent these rubies. I've never seen that before. Whoever just sent those, thank you very much. I don't even know if that equates to any money, but let me see if I can filter this. Fan funding. Sent a floating heart. What is that? What's a floating heart? How much is that? Doesn't even matter. YouTube takes like 40% of the super chats anyway, so yeah, that sucks. But I appreciate the gesture of the 5 floating, or the floating heart. Any guns over 100 years? I don't think so. The oldest one I have is from 1942. What's the most expensive gun you have? Probably, I don't know actually. Maybe the Uzi. The Uzi was really expensive, especially after I put this wood furniture on it. So probably the Uzi. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, they take like 40 or 45% of the super chats, which is unfortunate. But any SIG rifles? I have a SIG 5.56 that I just got. Pretty cool. I just did a couple shorts, or a short on it. I found the original stock for it too, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to have to SBR it. How would you rank a USP Tactical 45 as an overall pistol? Probably big and heavy. I wouldn't recommend carrying something like that, but they are pretty iconic. Any 50 cal? Yes, I have a Desert Eagle 50 cal. 50 AE Action Express. The HK is sweet. I have this is a Brownells clone. It's called the BRN4, but it's basically an HK 416. Right by the Chris, yes. Favorite caliber? 9mm and 5.56. How long did it take for you to collect all that? Most of it is within the last like 5 years. So you start your own army? Sure. Any Yugo AKs? I'm actually getting, check this out, be ready for this, a Zastava M72, so it's a RPK, but chambered in 5.56. I commissioned that to be made, and that's going to be cool. But this is a ZPEP 85 5.56, 10-inch barrel. A free man lives here. As free as you can get nowadays, I guess. Do you have any M16? These are some... Oh, any Fallout New Vegas fans in here? We got the service rifle. Let me see if I can get a wide angle shot of that. We got the service rifle, we got the A2, and then the M4. I had an M70. That'd be cool. I actually shot one of those recently. Why so many? Because I like to collect them. We got the M1 Garand, we got the M1A, and we got the Mini 14. Zastava is not original Russian AK. Try to buy... Yeah, I don't care. Some old school stuff in there? Yeah. I guess the M1's old school. The Mini is kind of new old school. I don't know if this is really old school, but it's probably like within the past couple decades. We got some old shotguns. New Vegas mentioned, yes. We do have the service rifle. But I really want to get all wood furniture for it, but it's really expensive. It's like $600 for a wood furniture set, so I just got the brown plastic. Zastava is Yugoslavian. They only happen more well made than the original Russian. Yeah, I'm aware. But they're not, the Yugos, the tolerances are all different. So for like furniture and stuff like that, it almost won't match with like a regular AKM. Any AK-47, I have, that is not technically an AK-47, but I have a PSA. This is a PSA AK, so that's as close to an AK as I have. Are these fully automatic? No, they're not. That would be cool though, But I mean, FRTs are a thing, so why even waste the money on a real machine gun when you can get an FRT and have just as much fun? As an Englishman, this is so cool. You see that you can just own all these. Yeah, it is pretty based. We got the Cursed Vector with the grenade launcher. Well, it's a flare launcher technically. The light, the sight, the bipod, and the suppressor, and the scope. Are you in the military? No. Let me see. I missed something. M4 looking nice too. This is actually a Colt M4 down here. Somebody said something and I was going to answer it, but then I forgot. I lost it. Are those real? Yes. How many weapon units can you have? As many as you can afford. Do you supply the Mexican cartel? No. The government probably does, though. Rogue agents in the government probably do. Allegedly. We have seen activity on this account breaking YouTube guidelines. You didn't even spell guidelines right. So you're going to get banned. Put user in timeout for 24 hours. Can you please show us your PCC-9s? Yes. Nice BB guns. Excellent. Excellent. Are you now broke? Pretty much. Ready for the government shutdown. This is a 9mm AR-9. It's integrally suppressed, which is cool. This is, I guess, a PCC, the Strybog. Really like that. Can you have FRT trigger with 3 burst? I don't know. The mechanics of that would probably be really crazy. What else? Somebody asked. 9mm PCCs. So yeah, the Uzi, I guess technically 9mm. The Vector's 9mm. There's one upstairs, but I think that's it. I thought I had another one. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, I do, but it's upstairs, taken apart. AR-9 called NL9 isn't it? I don't know. Do you have 50mm? No, I have a 50 caliber though. The Desert Eagle. It's 0.5 inches, not 50mm. Any 7.62 by 54, yes. Right here. The Mosin. That's the only thing I have in 7.62 by 54. You can't be married? I am married, actually. I have 3 kids as well. We got the 308 M1A. We got the M1 Garand. Any other 308s? I keep stepping on Legos. This is a 308. This is a POF 308 piston driven. M&P with a FRT. No, I do have an M&P 2.0 metal, but the FRT for that is kind of sketchy, so. We do have a Desert Tech Wolverine, which is a 308 bullpup. I kind of wish I had that on the wall. And then there's another POF Revolution, or not Revolution, that's just the OG POF 308, piston driven. Wait, did he say M1 Garand? Yes, right here. We got the M1 Garand. We got the M1A, which is like a mini M14, and then the Mini 14. And I also have another Mini 14 that's stainless, but it's inside one of these safes. Marlin lever actions, yeah, I have 2 of those. One of them is a 30-30, and then the other one is a 444 Marlin. PPC. I'm subbing, bro. Yeah, if you guys like guns, that's all I do on this channel. So if you like guns and you want to see more gun content, subscribe to the channel. If you don't like that stuff, then don't subscribe. But also, double tap the screen. Let's get those likes up. If you guys don't mind, it only takes 2 taps of your finger. .338 Lapua? No. Has ATF knocked yet? No, because I don't do anything illegal. Do you shoot them on stream? No, you can't touch guns on stream. You can't touch them, but you can show them. We got two Berettas. This is a 92 FS. And this is a 96, which is a 40 caliber. I also have a Beretta 1301 Tactical. And in the safe, I have a Beretta Tomcat and a Beretta Bobcat, which are like mini Beretta 92s. Kind of, anyway. Well, not really, but they kind of look similar. I do have a SIG 556. It's right there. I just got it, actually. I want to put it up on the wall, but I'm out of these little hooks, so I need to get some more of those. Do you have a high point? Yes, I do have a high point. Ready? Ready for it? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Got the high point. Show me a SMG. I guess this is technically an SMG. This technically, SMG is like submachine gun. None of these are machine guns, but I know what you're talking about. Do you have an AK-74? No, this is a ZPEP 85. It's a 5.56. M4, I do have a Colt M4A1. Oh, the Uzi. The Uzi would technically be considered an SMG. Got any bullpups? Yes, I have a Desert Tech Wolverine 308 bullpup, and I have a PSA Jackal in a bullpup chassis. Any 308s? What's the gun top row above the 58E? This is a Desert Eagle. This is a Stealth Arms Platypus. It's a 1911 that takes Glock 17 mags. You got a Desert Eagle? Yeah. It's kind of dirty right now. There's a lot of fingerprints on it. This is a Brownell's BRN4. It's like a HK 416 clone. We have, this is a AR9 with an integrally suppressed barrel from Novox Research. What's your everyday carry? I got a P365 XL. Any MP5s? No, but that's going to be my next one. Hi, I'm new here. Got any 5.7? No, I don't. I did, but I got rid of it. Can you show me a Glock 19? Kind of. It's right there. It's like under this towel. I'm afraid to touch it, though, because I'll get in trouble. What's the minimum price for a nice handgun? I don't know. You could probably find something pretty decent for $350 or so. I don't know. You just have to look around. You got any recommendations for a budget LPVO? Somebody asked about some classic hunting rifles, I guess. I got a couple up here. Nothing too crazy. Tommy gun was slick. We got the Tommy gun. What's up, Chris Lang? Gun room's looking good. Yeah, the Remington 700 BDL. Mini is 223. Yeah. This one says 223 on the receiver. But allegedly you can shoot 5.56 through it, and I have. But the actual, the stainless one I have, which is a little bit newer model, it is, it says 5.56 on it. Somebody says, do you regret buying the Thompson? Yes, definitely. Especially, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the Donald Trump edition. So it's like even more of a regret. Is it full auto? No. 700 for a good hand. Okay, I see. Probably for a really good one, I guess. Unless you're just gonna get like a Glock. How about a Jericho? No, no Jericho. You have an MK47? No. Baby Eagle? I almost bought a Baby Eagle, but I didn't. What gun wall rack is that? This is the HoldUp Displays. Shout out to HoldUp Displays. We got this one, and then also, this is their new, they just came out with this. It's an American flag. Pretty sweet. And they're going to be donating, for every American flag wall they sell, they're going to be donating $776 to veterans, which is cool. But yeah, HoldUp Displays is the wall, the people that make the wall. Beretta. How much is your 1911? I have a few of them. There's some Berettas too. Somebody asked about a Beretta. 1911. There's a Kimber and a Springfield. And this is a Stealth Arms Platypus. And there's a Rock Island TCM Premium, which is a 22 TCM. Any Mausers? No, but I do want a Mauser eventually, but they're just so expensive now. Sweet, is that your collection? Yes. You need a 760 GM with a basket weave square pump. I don't have any 300 Win Mags. I used to have one, but I don't anymore. You got an M1917? I used to, actually. There's a video of it on my channel. What's in the safes? A couple other guns that wouldn't fit on the wall, or I just haven't had time to put them up there. Minigun. Did I see a Colt H-bar down there? Good eye. It's right there. This is a H-bar match target. Smith & Wesson 500? No, I don't. What's your bump in the night gun? Probably just like my carry pistol. P365. SIG 552? No, but I have a SIG 556. Why did you obliterate the vector like that? Because Kenny wouldn't respond to me. SIG 556 is right there. Unfortunately, it's not on the wall because there's no more hooks left. Any Canics? No. Somebody asked about an M4A1. I do have an M4A1. It's a Colt M4A1. Got it from Walmart. Tech 9? No, I don't have a Tech 9. Apparently Tech 9s are like not super reliable. They are iconic though. Do you have a SIG P320? I did, but I got rid of it recently. Surprisingly, I was able to get rid of it. What about a Beretta 951R? No, I don't know what that is. I had a AB10 Intratec. Somebody asked, a 416. This is a Brownells BRN4. It's just like an HK 416 clone. So technically I do have a 416. It actually has the actual HK upper and then the handguard as well as HK. You've got an AK or two, right? I do have an AK. This is a Zastava ZPEP 85. It's a 5.56. And then I have a PSA AK, and I just commissioned, to get ready for this, a Zastava M72 RPK that is chambered in 5.56. Somebody asked about shotguns. I got a few shotguns, nothing too crazy besides the Beretta 1301. Show me a shotgun. I'm showing you shotguns now. RPKs are sick. Any Dracos? No. Mini 14. I got two Mini 14s. One of them is in the safe, but there's one right here. And it kind of goes along with the same style action of the M1 and the M1A. SIG Copperhead. No, I don't have one of those. Is that a gun store or personal collection? It's just a personal collection. I'm in my basement right now. I need to get this drywall finished. I keep putting that off. And G19. I have a G19. It is right there. Do you have any Glock 9? Okay, I already answered that. MP40? No, that would be cool. M1 Garand. Yes, we do have an M1 Garand. Everyone's favorite. Oh, I forgot. I have a M1 Garand clip around here somewhere. Last time I was throwing it on the ground and the people were liking the sound of that, so if I can find out where that is, maybe we can do that again. I found it. Ready, guys? Are you guys ready for the M1 Garand ping? Are you ready for the ping? Spam Everyone spam ping and they're going to hear this be dropped on the floor. Get a K31. Show us the bullets. Do you have any side fed lever actions? Yes, I do. All right, people are spamming ping. Get ready for it, guys. Get ready for it. Is that not the coolest sound you've ever heard? Is that not the coolest sound you've ever heard? Uzi or MP5? Definitely MP5. I have an Uzi. The Uzis are really heavy. What's your most expensive gun? Probably the Uzi. The Uzi was a lot of money, and then I put more money into it, so probably the Uzi. The pleasure of this sound gives your position away. Yeah. Show the Tommy. Somebody asked, they asked if this was a honey badger. I just did a full-length video on this if you want to check that out. It's an AT3 Tactical, and they do like all their own custom Cerakoatings, so you can get like each individual part Cerakoated differently. Pretty cool. And I got the OD green EOTech. I found that on sale, and I was really pumped to get that. Somebody said show the Thompson. There's the Thompson. It's got a 16-inch barrel, and it's semi-auto, so not very cool. Do you have a Feral Child Republic A10 Thunderbolt? No, I don't. Can I please know if you have a Glock 19? I already said yes. It's right there. It's green, and it's ugly. Do you have an AK-47? I do. It's a PSA, though, so not very cool. And then I have, this is not really an AK-47, but it's a 5.56 AK. Do you have a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0? I do. It's a metal frame version. It's gold. It's upstairs, though. I have videos of it on the channel if you want to check those out. Does he have an AUG? I don't have an AUG. I have a couple bullpups, though. The Desert Tech Wolverine 308 bullpup, and then the PSA Jackal 5.56. Do you have a QSZ 92G? I don't know what that is, so no. Do you have a Scorpion Evo? I used to have one, but I got rid of it. Do you have a 44 Magnum? This Deagle was originally 44 Magnum. I still have the barrel for it, so technically. And then a couple of these lever guns are 44 Magnums. One of these Henrys, and then this Rossi right here is a 44 Magnum. And I think that's all the 40. Oh, I want to get a Colt Anaconda. Do you have a G3? No. I want one, though. Somebody asked, do you have a Tech 9? I don't have one. I don't have a Tech 9, but it would be cool to have for the collection. The Uzi is semi-auto, unfortunately. And it was still very expensive. Somebody asked, do you have a Marlin 4570? No, but I have a Marlin 444. Your favorite sniper rifle? I don't know. I was gonna buy something today to build another bolt action, but he didn't want to trade for what I had, so yeah. Those are like not really snipers, but do you have a gold gun? I do have a gold gun, but it's upstairs. Do you have a switch? No. Do you have a Barrett 50 caliber? No. Do you have a Uzi? Yes. I've said I had a Uzi multiple times. It is down here. It's got wood furniture on it. It's pretty cool. I wish I could put it up on the wall, but I don't have any more hooks. Are you obsessed by weapons? Not really. There are 3 of the same ARs in a row. No, they're all kind of different. What's your most colorful gun? Probably the platypus. This one's kind of colorful too. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the most colorful. Do you have anything that shoots 450 Bushmaster? No. I don't have any 50 Beowulf. I have a 50 AE. That hollow looks fire. Yeah, I've got a bunch of EOTechs. 1, 2, 3. I believe I have 5. There's a couple EOTechs down here as well. Somebody asked, oh, HK416. This is a clone. It's a Brownell's BRN4. Basically, HK416 clone. Is this real or airsoft? It's real. You got any SIG 55? I do have a SIG 556. It's right there. I literally just got it like 2 days ago. What's the gun top row above the 50 AE and one to the right? Somebody asked about an M4. There's a Colt M4A1. Do you have an M1 Garand? Yes, right there. M1 Garand, M1A, and Mini 14. This is a AR9 chambered in 9mm, obviously. And it's got an integrally suppressed barrel, which is really cool. As real as a donut. Do you have a VSS 9x39? No. Do you have a taser? No. You have handguns? A few. Well, I have more, but they're not on the wall. Do you have a BAR? No, that would be cool. He probably only has legal guns showing. What's your most modded out gun? Obviously the cursed Vector right there. Somebody asked, I saw a super safe on your AR. How many super safeties do you have? It just depends. Like I have a few different types of FRTs. I have a bunch of the Atriuses. I'm on their dealer program, so that's pretty cool. I've got a rare breed, or not rare breed, technically rare breed, but it's a Delta Team Tactical. They don't have them anymore though. That one's a super safety. That one's a super safety. I'm trying to get an FRT for the Vector. Yeah. Do you have an AK-74? No, but I have an AK-556. What's the most overrated gun? Probably the High Point, maybe? I don't know. Those aren't really overrated. Probably the Desert Eagle or the Thompson. Both pretty overrated. Yeah, we need to get those likes up, everyone. Double tap the screen. RPD? No, but I'm getting a RPK. Do you have a Gen 1 Galil? No, but I really want one. You have any revolvers? No. Hold on. Oh my god, I got age restricted on one of my videos. Somebody reported it. Do you have a PTR 34? No. 1022? I do have a couple 1022s. Somebody asked, biggest caliber is the 50 AE. Cheapest gun, the High Point for sure. Actually I might have one cheaper, but I don't know where it is. Oh, the Heritage Rough Riders. Those are like $100 a piece. But those are downstairs. The Target 22s, I got the Boar Buddy 22 AR match upper. The Christensen, I got the 2 CZ 457s. So those are all right there. Do you have Dragon's Breath? No, I'm kind of scared to shoot Dragon's Breath because I'll catch the woods on fire. What's above the AR9? This is just something I threw together. A little Car 15 style build with the Meprolite M21 carry handle edition. What do you have in all the safes? That one is mostly ammo. This one, there's like a couple guns in here and a couple guns in here. Do you like AR pistols? Sure. I've got a bunch of AR pistols. I've got some that are SBRs. Clean Desert Eagle. It's really not that clean. It's really like smudged up. I should have wiped it down before I... Any of those Atrius selectors break on you? No. No, because I know what to look for the clearance. I've made multiple videos going over what to look for. Do you work for the FBI? No. They work for me. I pay my taxes. They work for me. Do you have a scar? No, I don't. I was gonna buy a scar. The only reason I didn't buy a scar was because it takes proprietary mags. So I ended up going with this POF 308, which is a piston driven. So yeah, and you can suppress it without voiding your warranty. Get a Galil and an AUG. I will eventually. You have any FRTs? Yeah. Got a few of them. Got a bunch of them, actually. I heard a lot of people complaining about the Atrius. Yeah, it's literally because they don't know what they're doing. I've had multiple videos going over compatibility, what to look for, so you don't snap your lever. But people are dumb, and they think... It even says on the website, like... certain things you need to look for, and their description's like super long though, so nobody ever reads it. What's your smallest gun? I have a Beretta Bobcat and a Beretta Tomcat, but they're both in here, and I don't feel like opening that up right now. I hope you have insurance. Yeah, I have insurance. Are your kids allowed to play with the gun? Not really. Unless I'm like right there holding it. I don't really let my kids just play with guns willy-nilly. What's your favorite gun to take to the range? Good question. I don't know. I take a lot of them to the range, but then some I have that I haven't even shot yet. But like this one, I just built this and I haven't even got to shoot it yet. Do you have Dragon's Breath? No, I don't. Do you like the Springfield Hellcat? No, I don't. Do you have an AA-12 Bulldog? No, I don't. No, I don't. But I do have a cursed Vector. What do you do to afford all these? I have a job. Most of these guns are not even like really Gucci guns. Like there's people out there with way crazier stuff. You have a Desert Eagle right there. It's kind of dirty though. Which gun is the most high one? I don't know. The most expensive? Probably the Uzi. The Uzi cost a lot. You have any nods or thermals? No, I don't. I had a thermal scope, but it was just for like a 30-day thing. I need to get nods though. I just keep spending money on guns and then I don't have money left over for nods. Eventually though, eventually. What insurance do you have? Pretty good insurance. What gun do you shoot the most? Probably any of the ARs. Real silencers? Yes, I have a case full of silencers right there. And I think I only have one of them. Yeah, that one. One of them out on display. Well, besides the Vector. Forgot about that. Preferred sidearm? Probably the High Point. Definitely a preferred. I mean, you can't beat the camo. Do you use CCW? Yeah. How do you feel about the Desert Tech Wolverine? I have shot it once or twice. I had a couple issues with it. I believe it was mostly gas related. But yeah, other than that, I don't have a whole bunch of rounds through it, so I can't really form a good opinion on it yet. Bro said the High Point. Bro got the Vector DMR. Yeah, for real. What's the wooden gun down there on the right? That's a Uzi. That's a Uzi with wood furniture, and then if you're talking about this is a Mosin Nagant. And then I have most of the wood stuff is over on this American flag wall. Do you ever have accident with your gun? No. Never. Well, not anything like a serious accident, but one time I was shooting and I was shooting this kind of experimental gun and it just went off by itself. So, yeah, but it was pointed down range, so it was fine. New Vegas. No, this is the New Vegas service rifle. The combat rifle is, I don't know, I guess it would kind of look something like that. Or that, I don't know. It's been a while since I played New Vegas. The battle rifle, the New Vegas battle rifle would be the M1, I think. Do you work for the police? No. Airsoft? No. Somebody asked something. Can you help me put a binary in my gun? Probably not on YouTube. You gonna pick one up or just talk about them? You can't touch guns on live. You got me into the BRN. Yeah, I really like the BRN 4. And I haven't shot the BRN 180 as much, but still pretty cool. I really like piston-driven ARs, if you couldn't tell by the sheer amount of them that I have. Most of them are actually down there, but still. Is that a certain K saw? What? What are you doing in my closet right now? Do you have a preferred manufacturer? Not really. If it's cool, if it looks cool. See, the first thing I look for in a gun is, does it look cool? Everything else out the window at that point. If it looks cool, take for example the Tech 9. It looks really cool, but they are known to be unreliable. So I probably would get one just for the collector value of it, but I would not, probably wouldn't shoot it that much. I would shoot it, but I wouldn't do anything serious with it. So yeah, it's got to look cool. If it doesn't look cool, probably wouldn't get it unless it was like something super rare. But anything super rare is probably going to look cool to begin with. Do you have any LWRC? No, I don't. There are a few piston-driven ARs that I still have yet to get. So LWRC is one. PWS is one. Superlative Arms makes a piston kit. How much money do you think all that gun cost? I don't know. A lot. Do you have a Taurus? I do have some TX22s. They are in that case, though. I am Bosnian with friends and past. We are on our way with 7.62. Before and behind, nothing can handle in the field. Oh, your English is definitely broken, but I got the gist of that. He doesn't even want to think of it. Yeah, I really don't. If I did, my wife would probably get very mad at me. Does the Taurus got a FRT? Yes, both of them do. I just got a video age restricted on my channel for the TX22 FRT, so yeah, that sucks. Does the Taurus got a FRT? Yes, I felt that cringe. Which would be better for a beginner? If you've never shot a gun before, probably like a Ruger 1022 or anything like a semi-auto or a bolt-action 22. Something inexpensive. Brother does a real guns. Kuna or AP5? I would probably go with the AP5 for sure. But I want a real HK. But a Century AP5 would be the next best thing. The very same weapons that are used to shoot. What does that even mean? AP5 or MCX? AP5. Well, MCX or MPX? Because those are both different things. M416 or AKM? Definitely 416. What is YouTube doing here? Hello, YouTube. Oh, hello, YouTube. Hello, friends. We're not touching any firearms, YouTube. We're just looking at them. Opinion on Centurion arms. I don't think I've ever had anything from them. Bro, you got Vector from Call of Duty? I really do. This is the ultimate Call of Duty Vector build. MPXK. I'd probably still go with the MP5. You have a nice collection right there. We got the American flag wall. It's kind of hard to like keep going back and forth. What is this, a gun shop? No, this is literally my basement. 7.62. Do all those guns fire? Yes. I have a 7.62 AK down here. It's a PSA. Nothing too crazy about it. Is Vector worth it if not auto? It will be when I get an FRT for it. But right now, it is just there to look cool. What's the collection worth? I have no idea. Probably a lot. You need a 360 camera? Yeah, for sure. 50 cal. Where is Smith & Wesson pistol? It's upstairs. There's the 50. Do they gather dust quickly? Well, yeah, right now because the drywall's unfinished. But typically, I guess probably because all they're doing is sitting in here. Do you play football? No. I did when I was a kid, but not as an adult. Can you go upstairs and show us that this is your house? I mean, I could, but I can just open this door and show you my basement. It's really messy, though. My kids are upstairs going crazy, so I'd rather not show them on camera. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Which gun would you take on the zombie apocalypse? Probably the cursed Vector for sure. Bro, you got the M1 Garand from Call of Duty? That's crazy. Yeah. We also have the M14 from Call of Duty, but it's just a M1A. It's called the M1A. The M14 was full auto. Do you have belt feds? No. Just subbed. Appreciate the sub. If anyone likes guns and gun videos, subscribe to the channel. Beautiful, but probably useless against countless of tiny drones. You're right. And that's why yeah, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, everything's useless against drones that will just explode on you. So we're all just kind of just waiting for it in the end. With what money do you buy all those guns? American money? You got a Mauser? No, I really want a Mauser. Do gun really kill? No. None of these guns have ever killed anybody. A few dollars, I would say. M1 Grand ETC are from somewhere besides video games, bro. Yeah. We don't have any I don't have an M249. You are free there. In this country, we are lost. Yeah, it's unfortunate. 1911 or M9? Actually, both of them in the same area. AK-69? No. AWM? Where are you from, cat? Oh, you're talking to somebody in the chat. Highest caliber gun you have? 50 AE Deagle. 50 caliber. Dragunov. Don't have a Dragunov. What's a good first AR-15 pistol? Probably like a cheap PSA if you're not looking to spend a bunch of money. I don't know. There's a ton of different companies making them, so. Do you hunt? Yes. Do you have a Barrett? No. Glock 19. I do have a Barrett, and I do have a Smith & Wesson MMP 2.0. Scar H. I don't have a Scar H. Snipers, bro. I do have some snipers. Technically, these are just like hunting rifles. The Vector. Yeah, everyone loves the cursed Vector. I'll give you 30 cents for the tan and black. Okay. Do you have a Glock 19? Yes, it's right there. I have a Glock 45 and a Glock 40, 10 millimeter. I don't have a 270. I have a 6.5 PRC right there. Pretty cool. Your best bolt action? Probably that Remington 700 up here. 30-06. Pretty neat. Ever shot a 50 BMG? I have not, but I might next weekend. I'm not sure. You have an AWM. I don't know what that is, so no. Is there any gun there in which you need a license? No, you don't need a license for anything. Highest caliber rifle. If you're talking caliber diameter, the 45. But the 444 is a close second. I think that is the highest caliber. Yes, it is. Lever action. I have a bunch of lever actions. I got my hands on a Sand Viper. Those are very expensive from what I've heard. I got 5 lever actions. 30-30, 44 Marlins, and then 2 Henrys. One of them's a 30-30, one of them's a 44 Magnum, and then a 44 Magnum Rossi. Do you play Farming Simulator? No. P90? No. Any Winchester 94s? No. That's nice. Magazine fed. What's magazine fed? These lever actions? I'm gonna get a new handgun soon. Would you go with 9mm or 45? I like 9mm just because it's cheaper. But yeah. Do you have an M4? I do have an M4 right there. It's a Colt M4A1. You like hunting piggies? I want to go hog hunting. I've never been hog hunting before, but I feel like it would be fun. I'll try to show all of them in one shot. It's going to be kind of hard, though. Are you allowed to touch the bullet? I don't know. I don't want to risk it. MG 762 above. I don't have any MG 762s. 45 for the win. What's your favorite gun? I'll show you. I'm probably tied between the Platypus, the Deagle, and the high point. How do you keep them safe? I have safes. If I leave, if I go out of town or anything like that, I'm cramming all these in the safes. Any older German rifle? No, but I do want to get a Mauser. The magazine-fed lever rifles. Yeah, I have seen those. Do you have a G3? I don't, but I would really like to get one. What M16 do you have? It's not really an M16, but it's a Colt A2 and then a A1 style with the A1 furniture. Do you have a FAL? No, but I really want to get a FAL. I just subscribed to you. Really appreciate it. If you guys like guns and gun videos, maybe consider subscribing. Are you allowed to buy a minigun? Maybe if you had enough money. Probably be a lot of money though. Who are you? I'm 2A Ninja. I had the middle one in basic and the front one in Iraq. Yeah. Yep, I feel like that's what they did. In basic, they gave you the A2s, and then I think Marines got the rifles, and then Army got the M4s, if I'm not mistaken. But, I mean, I guess certain Marines maybe could have also got the M4s and vice versa. Do you have a Car 98? No, but I really want one. New wall, dang, that's nice. Yeah, this is the HoldUp Displays Patriot wall. Really cool American flag. Have you ever tried any machine gun? Yes, I have at some range events, and it's pretty fun. You perhaps have the old P1? No, I don't. Do you go to 223? Yeah. Why don't you show your face? I have an entire channel full of videos with my face on it. Do you have a Luger? No, I don't. Do you sell? No, I don't. Can I be on your team when the Civil War starts? Sure. Do you have an M9 Grand? I have an M1 Garand, if that's what you're talking about. If that's what you mean by M9 Grand. These are all semis, right? Sure. Can you show us bullets? There's a bunch of bullets in these boxes. I don't really want to touch anything because I'll get in trouble. Solid channel, I like the videos you did on the 38mm. Are you talking about this? The TAC-D launcher? Do you know Turkish guns or gun brands like... Yeah, I've heard of those. Can I see the 223? A lot of these are chambered in 223 or 5.56. This green one is... Both of these green ones are. A bunch of these are down here. All of these are. And this one is as well. You got a SCAR? No, I don't. Can you use, I don't even know what that is. What's your newest gun? Good question. I just got this SIG 5.56. You can't really see it down here, but that's my newest gun. I don't have a SCAR, unfortunately. SCARs are just kind of too expensive for what they are. They're cool and iconic, but they're really expensive. And then the 308 version takes proprietary mags, so it's not, I don't know, not worth it to me. Is that a brace or stock on the Vector? That is a brace. After the tax stamp is $0, I'm probably going to SBR a lot of this stuff. HK 416. right there. But it's a Brownell's clone, so not a true HK, but the upper... the upper and the handguard are actual HK stuff. Is there anyone who can help me out with $5 for food, please? I'm going to SBR my Rossi Brawler. Ooh, that's going to be fun. I'd like to get one of those in 300 Blackout. Have you seen PewView on YouTube? Yeah, I've seen his channel before. Here's some snipers. I think somebody asked about snipers. What cost a Glock? I'd like to get one of those Rossies in a 300 Blackout. There's Glocks right there. If they come to take your weapons, give them your lead first. What's your most expensive gun? The Uzi. The Uzi. Probably the most expensive, I don't know. You should get a Glock with a switch. I know, I really should. Any Glock 27? No. But I used to have one. That was actually my first pistol. Well, actually, my first pistol was a Glock 23. And then I got a Glock 27 when I turned 21. Favorite gun? Get ready for it. The High Point. Oldest gun, this Mosin right here, 1942. Man, that sucks they age restricted me. I'm gonna have to appeal that. According to the platypus, you're a Packers fan. No, that's my channel logo is those colors. And when I built the gun, the colors looked a little different on the computer. So, yeah, I don't care. It still shoots better than most pistols I have. I don't really care what it looks like. How do you get your most oldest gun? I got it from my birthday when I was like 15, actually. So that's how I got that. For my 15th birthday. Imagine that. Do you like 22? Yeah, I really like shooting 22. I just haven't done it in a while, but I have a bunch of like Target style 22 rifles. Smith & Wesson. I've got a M&P 2.0 metal upstairs, but it is not down here. How much the gun cost 1911? I don't know. Do you have TCM 22? Yes, I do. Right there. Rock Island TCM Premium. That's low-key one of my favorite, like, oddball rounds. For sure. And the patrons full. I don't know what that means. Build or buy an AR. I would build one. I like building things. No kings, no fascists. They're doing one of those no kings rallies in my town, actually. I should have went down there. Should have went down there and showed my support. But I didn't. Do you think the Keltec P17 is a good 22? I would go with the Taurus TX22 over the Keltec for sure. What is your most expensive gun? Probably the High Point. Most expensive. No, but probably like the Uzi. I don't have a Colt 1911. This one's a Springfield and that one's a Kimber. Are you in the military? No. Do you hunt? Yes. And deer season is coming up very soon. I completely botched. They had they had rifle season for antlerless, but I completely missed it, and I was really bummed out about it. Yeah, I really like the TCM. The recoil is just so light on it. And it's such a fast round. Any military grade, probably like better than military grade, I would say. Military grade just means like the cheapest possible way to make something in a certain spec. And the M1 Garand. It's now season. In my state, rifle season doesn't. It's bow season right now, but I don't really like to bow hunt. And rifle season starts like the 15th. I ride a street bike, and I need something that's comfortable to carry. Probably. Oh, what I would do honestly, if you're riding a street bike, I would get something like a 945 Industries bag. I personally don't like the crossbody bag, so that might be like a style thing if you don't like it, but that would be the easiest way to get your, if you needed to get your gun out, it'd be the easiest way to do it on, especially on a street bike. Do you have an M1A1 Abrams? No, I don't. I have a crossbow. I just never really bow hunted. I never really liked to bow hunt. But rifle, I like to rifle hunt. The Chris Vector, you mean the cursed Vector? We got the carry handle with the NV500 scope with, check that out, the drop down brace with the bipod, with the grenade launcher, with the light, with the red dot, with the suppressor. The ultimate peak Call of Duty build. I use 223 or 308. I'm trying to think of what I want to use the 8.6 Blackout this year. I really want to try to use this 8.6 Blackout. So that's what I'm going to use this year. For alternative methods season, they let you use pistols. And I'll use this is a 300 Blackout. So I'm excited for both of those. No A3 foregrip. No, I don't. Are you talking about the one with the bipod built in? I don't think I can put that on a pistol, though. I know you can put a bipod on a pistol, but not a actual foregrip bipod. They are fake. They are fake. No, they're not fake. I used to use Blackout. Yeah, I really want to try the 8.6 Blackout. On the Vector, just to completely max it out. Yeah. I really don't think it would be legal to put that type of bipod foregrip on the Vector, though. Or I would. After I SBR it, after January, then I will do that. I'm going to have to time this dude out. He keeps saying these guns are fake. Put you in timeout for 24 hours. William, what jams the most? Which gun can kill a T-Rex? Probably the Desert Eagle. What jams the most? Surprisingly, the High Point doesn't jam that much. I'm trying to think. Honestly, the most issues I've had out of a pistol recently was the Fusion Firearms XP Pro. I have some videos of it that I haven't uploaded yet, but it was like every shot it would fail to go all the way into battery. Someone said airsoft. What's up with that? Do you know more language? No. What guns are you taking for zombie apocalypse? Probably the High Point and the Desert Eagle. What gun do you have for 10mm? This MG is compatible with the old G3, and we lost. Unfortunate. Can you show us an AK? I have a 5.56 AK, and then a PSA 7.62 AK, and I'm getting a very special. Check this out. An RPK, but it's chambered in 5.56. Can you ship to Philippines? No, I don't ship anything to anybody. Show us what you look like. I literally have over 2,000 videos on my channel. You can go check it out. In Italy, this is only a dream. Specials? No, I don't. I would like to get a Colt python and a Colt anaconda. Show us your face. Go check out any of my videos and you'll see it. Grab a Johnson LMG, please. I need to sit down for a second. All right, we're still cooking. Null fire one. I can't touch any guns, people. I can't touch anything, unfortunately. There's protesting going on right now. Definitely can't do that. They are doing a protest in my town, though. Americans be like, do you have a code to get in that gun room? Not yet, but I'm still in the works of finishing the basement, so eventually there will be a some kind of locking mechanism on the door. Fawaz, stop looking at guns, you're a minor. In Minecraft. Okay, in Minecraft, we can definitely work something out. The teacher talked about this. Who are you talking to? Show the bar. I don't have a BAR. I wish I did. There was actually a like a Colt BAR. I think Ohio Ordnance did those, but I didn't get a chance to get it. Does your kid play Roblox? No, not anymore. Just fire without a bullet. You can't even touch guns. I have a ninja sword and no martial arts. What do you do for work? I work. Colt monitor. I think it was the monitor, but I could be wrong. It was from Ohio Ordnance. It was it might have been the Colt monitor, but it was like a BAR. I tricked you. AK or AR? I like ARs better, but I'm slowly coming around to AKs. I like 5.56 though. I really like 5.56 better than 7.62 just because it's cheaper. 308 AR. I've got a 308 AR-10 that's piston driven. And then I also have a 308 small frame AR-10, which is also piston driven. You should get an LMG. That would be really cool. AR is better than AK. Yeah, I like ARs better. Is 300 Blackout good like 5.56? 300 Blackout doesn't have as much range, but it's also heavier, so... And if you get subsonic, like this 300 Blackout I just built, it's got a 7.5-inch barrel, but tucked inside the handguard, we can put a suppressor in there and shoot subsonic ammo, and it's going to be really quiet. My favorite AR is probably this Adams Arms. I really like the Adams Arms ARs. You're not Arm and Gun? No, I'm not. Bro, no way. You got the Uzi? Yeah, I got the Uzi. It's got wood furniture on it too, which is cool. 300 AAC is superior to 5.56 NATO. It just depends, I guess, on the load, and then at closer distances, definitely, but 300 Blackout's not going to go as far. So, yeah. What do you think of the Beretta? Do you have an M2? No, I don't. Berettas are cool. I really like them, but I don't know. I haven't really shot this one a whole lot. So, yeah. You customs all your guns? Pretty much. Pretty much. It's Especially this Chris Vector right here. I thought you were Armin Gun. No, Armin Gun definitely has a lot more cooler guns than me. Can you have more than one gun in America? Yeah. You can have as many as you can afford. Any revolvers? I have a couple 22 revolvers, but they're upstairs. Your joint, bro. Any 357 SIG? No, I don't. That would be cool, though. The American flag wall is dope. Yeah, this is HoldUp Displays new. They just came out with this Patriot wall. Every wall they sell, they're going to be giving $776 to local veterans, which is cool. Do you sell these? No. I rarely sell a gun. Most of the time, I'll trade something, but now I'm down to, you should get a bazooka. An AR and 357 SIG would be cool. Do you have any 5.7 pistols? No. I don't have any 5.7 pistols. I did, but I got rid of them. You got an FN? No, I don't have an FN. Do you have a minigun? No. These guns were promised 3,000 years ago to be shown off. Grenade launcher? Yeah, we got the TAC-D launcher. Can you show us your favorite scope? Favorite scope? I really like this Arkin. What's this one? This Arkin 7-35. I like that one. Favorite red dot would probably be the EOTech. Probably my favorite red dot. How long have you been live? 93 minutes. How many can anyone see how many total views the stream has? If you click like the top right 3 dots, does it tell you how many total views? Do you have a heat sensor scope? No, I don't. I used to, but it was only for like a 30-day kind of deal. No, that's just total viewers. I'm talking about total number of views so far. We need to get those likes up, though. Everybody double tap the screen and like the video. If you already double tapped, don't double tap again, or else it will unlike the video. 69 views. Are you going to war or what? No, definitely not. Somebody else donated rubies. I didn't see that when it came through. I apologize. Eldon Prince sent a floating heart. Appreciate that, Eldon Prince. Didn't even realize that. Any M16s? There's kind of M16s. These are just ARs, though. They're not true M16s. What's your favorite silencer? I really like, well, I have 5 of them that are still sitting at the shop. I really like the Jaguar silencers, and then also the double R weapons. Like this one's a double R weapons. They're printed out of proprietary Inconel, and the Jaguar silencers are also printed out of Inconel. My ninja, you are knowledgeable about guns. Do you have a Glock 19X? No. What's that big gray one? This one is a Desert Eagle. The Deagle. What kind of M4 you got? That's a Colt M4A1. When I grow up, I want to be smart like you. How long did it take you to acquire your profession? I don't know. I started getting really heavy into guns probably 6 years ago, but I've always been into guns. So a lot of these guns I would get for like Christmas and birthdays and stuff when I was younger. But a lot of them I started buying a bunch with over the past like few years. But I really started getting back into them about 5 or 6 years ago. Any Henry rifles? A few. Oh, two of them actually. One's a 30-30 and one's a 44 Magnum. What guns will you be getting next? I really want to get a P90, or not a P90, MP5, and then I'm getting a 5.56 RPK. Where are the pistols? I have like 5 pistols in this case, which I should have got them out, but I didn't. I have some pistols right here that I need to rearrange. There's one. There's one right there. And there's a couple right there. Are you a billionaire? No. If I was a billionaire, I would have an entire warehouse full of guns. How old must you be to own a gun? For a rifle, 18. For a pistol, 21. That wood M16 is hideous. It's the service rifle from Fallout New Vegas. I even got the Vault Boy. And it's not wood, it's just brown plastic. I was going to get the wood, but it was really expensive, so I opted out and got the brown plastic. Do you have any grenades? I don't have any real grenades, but I have some like 37 millimeter firework rounds that I can shoot out of this thing. You got any sniper rifle? These are not, I guess, I wouldn't call them a sniper rifle, but some people might call them a sniper rifle. Do you build guns? Yeah. I actually did a full build video on this one on my channel. It's pretty recent. Most of these I've built. Can you show me a TT Norinco? I don't have one of those. If there was a zombie apocalypse, what's your go-to gun? You have any laser attached? Well, hold on, what does that say? You got any swords? No, I don't have any swords. Any laser attachments? I do have a laser. This is a laser and a light, and it has an IR laser as well. Do you own any Soviet 12-7? No, I don't own any of those. I haven't shot either of these. These are both unfired, but probably the 30-30 one. What rank will you give a TT Norinco? I don't know, probably 10th prestige. For sale? No. Do you have a Walther PP or PPK? No, I don't. I used to have a P22 Walther, but that was a really long time ago. Why don't you put lasers on your pistols? I have a laser on the one upstairs. This 1911 has a laser grip. So you squeeze that button right there and the laser turns on. Show me a Glock 19. There's a Glock 19 right there. In U.S. can tourists... Hold on. In U.S. can tourists can go enjoy the real guns in any shooting range or place? Yeah, if you're a tourist, you can go to the shooting to shoot guns. Finnick. The Vector. That's what it's called in real life, not in Call of Duty. But yeah, the Finnick. Do you have an M1911? Yes. 1911. Do you have any Jack and Daniels in your car? No. I have a Tequila O'Neill. Do you have a Finnick? Yes. This is technically a Finnick, but it's called a Chris Vector. How do you get all this? You pay for it with money. Well, I did. I'm not selling anything. Do you have a Tommy gun? Yes, I do have a Tommy gun. No, you can't have it. What's it called in real life? a Chris Vector. There's a Tommy gun, by the way. The Vector, even though it's cursed. Do you have an Uzi? Yes. I have an Uzi right there. It's got wood furniture. Does it need to be any special permissions in US for a tourist? No, you don't really. You can just go to a range that rents guns, and you'll just give them money and they'll let you shoot it. Some places will let you do it for free. Do you have any HK weapons? This is a HK 416 clone. It's not a real HK. And then I laser engraved the HK logo on this one. Where do you live? I live in Connecticut. Connecticut is not a gun-friendly state. Whoa, sharp Uzi. What if someone breaks in your house and steals all your guns? Well, they probably wouldn't make it out. But I also have safes I can put them in and then lock this door. So, yeah. Do you have a Glock? Yes, I have. FRT that whole wall. That's the goal. I'm waiting on one for this. I'm trying to get this one working. I'm really close to having this one ready. This one already has one. This one already has one. This one already has one. I'm getting one for the Vector. Yeah, I'm already hip to that. Oh, just one AK? No. So I have this one. This is a Yugo Zastava ZPEP 85 556. And what brand for the AK? Texas Triggers. I have a. This one has a FRT in it as well, and this one actually runs really well. This is a PSA AK. Nothing too crazy about it. Desert Eagle. Yeah, Desert Eagle FRT would go crazy. Probably snap your wrist. Do you have an original Russian AK? No. What's your favorite t-shirt? Do you have any melees? I just got a few knives, actually. I just got a couple of these Tecto knives. This one's an EOTech edition, which is pretty cool. And I got a couple more upstairs. This collection deserves a like. Yeah, everyone, we're almost at 200 likes. So if you could like the stream, all you have to do is double tap your screen. And we'll get that going. Oh, we got 199. Is these guns real? Yes. Can you show me your cars instead of your guns? I have a Prius. I drive a Prius and a Tahoe. I don't have any cool cars. Why can't you go upstairs? It's not that I can't, but there's nothing interesting up there. What color is your Bugatti? How much does a Vector run? I got mine for like, I want to say 1,200. I don't know what the MSRP on them is. Probably like 16 or so. Do you have an FN? No. Do you hunt? Yes. What do you do for a living? I make a little bit of money off of YouTube, and then I have a regular job. His Bugatti is on his walls. Yeah. Just like I have a $50,000 Call of Duty account, I don't even have a car. Yeah, I used to be like big into cars and would put a Nissan 240SX, but I ended up trading that for a camper, which was a pretty shitty decision, but yeah. YouTube money, yeah, YouTube does not pay a lot at all, for me anyway. Everyone says I look like Mr. Beast. Why do you have your scope on your Vector? Because Kenny, if you look at my most recent shorts, you'll find out why. That collection is probably 20 to 50K, maybe less. No, it's definitely way more than that. Definitely more than that. Try polymer pew AKSS. I heard the safeties or FRTs. There's one that is like the Plinkify / Texas Triggers kit. And then the other one is kind of sketchy, I think. I'm not exactly sure how the other one works, but a lot of people are saying it could be considered a machine gun. But I don't know. I would collect Pokemon cards and wait for the value to go up. I used to have a bunch of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And I ended up getting rid of them. You got a high point? Oh, I do have a high point. Full auto vector. I'm trying to get an FRT for the vector. There's my high point, way up there. You have the iPhone 17? No, this is a 14 Pro Max. Why would you have a high point? Because it was cheap and I bought it. That looks like the 40 high point. It's a 9mm. I see the helmet setup. Do you have night vision? No, I don't. I need to get some night vision goggles. There's my helmet and my plate carrier. You know you don't like it though. Don't lie, it's your least favorite. Yeah, I don't care for it. Chris Vector's going crazy. Yeah, it is. If only Kenny were here. Rare breed and wide open triggers are the only protected. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with all that, but people are mad at rare breed. Stage 3 in New York is near impossible. My boy got one in PA. We'll always be shooting AKs and MAC-10s whenever. Besides bulkiness, they are fun to take apart. You need a HK45 or a Walther P99. Do you have a favorite mag? Probably the 20 round P mags. Just because YouTube doesn't let you show 30 rounds. Well, they will, but they just won't monetize the video. What do you think about the G36? I'd like to get one. Deskpop just did a cool video on one. And if I didn't just get the SIG 556 and the 556 RPK, I would probably get one. Have you seen the arms room? Yes, I have. I've talked to that guy, and he actually lives in my state, and he also drives a Prius. So we are pretty, we have a lot of things in common. Vector got to be running out of ammo. You got to have a grenade. Yeah. Yeah, we got the grenade launcher on the Vector in case we run out of ammo. MP5 or MP7? MP5. Just because the ammo is way cheaper and more available. Do you have a shotgun from John Wick? No, I have a Beretta 1301 Tactical, which is not from John, but it's better than the Benelli, in my opinion. Definitely MP5. You should get a screwed off shotgun. I'm considering the Bodyguard 2.0. It's so small. The comped version, or the one with the ported barrel is a little bit longer. I was actually looking at those, but then I would have to buy 380, which I don't really want to have to get another round. If they made the Bodyguard in 9mm, I'd probably get, but it is very small. It'd be nice to carry. FN's probably my favorite handgun. M4 or AK. I like ARs better than AKs. Wait, house? How big is your house? This is just my basement. My house is pretty normal sized. What is wrong with that vector? Oh, I'm glad you asked. A lot of things, and you can blame FPS Kenny for it. Let me zoom out. We'll go check it out. Any AK-74s? No, I don't, but I have a 5.56 AK. We got the TAC-D launcher, the bipod, the suppressor, the Holosun light, the Holosun front sight, the carry handle, the night vision scope, the drop down. Check this out. The drop down buffer tube adapter with the JMac folding brace. Any old Winchester shotguns like Rangers? No. I do have a Winchester pump action. I'm not sure of the model. It's on the other side. Yeah, the Vector is based. AK-47. I have a PSA AK down here. Nothing too crazy. That Vector looks like something off of Call of Duty. Yeah, I agree. The cursed Vector. Let me see the pocket pistol. I don't have any pocket pistols out. There's a couple in this safe. Any spaz? No, I don't have any spaz. Benelli. I don't have a Benelli, but I have a Beretta 1301 Tactical. Pretty cool. And I got some Beretta. This is a 96 and this is a 92 FS. Any tasers? No. Put the JMac LAF on one of those AKs. I have a JMac. This is a JMac X37 muzzle device for the so I can put the suppressor on it, and I also have the JMac handguard and the railed gas tube. Pretty cool. Got any blued guns? I'm trying to know how to keep surface rust off a revolver without scratching the finish. Just keep it oiled. You can use some really fine grit steel wool, like quadruple aught. That may put a slight scratching on the finish. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this is one of my blued rifles that I've had since I was a kid, and the bluing is like almost all the way gone on it. LAF is printed. Yeah, I know what the LAF is. One of my friends has one of those. Any break action? Yeah, I do have a... I just showed it. This is a 30-30. This was a 30-30. And then this is a 410 shotgun break action. 5-foot flames. Yeah. How do your guns not get dusty? They definitely do. Especially because the drywall's unfinished. Search for Turkish shotguns. They're cheap and they work. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Turkish guns are pretty slept on or underrated. Mini 14. I've got 2 Mini 14s. One of them is in the safe though. It's stainless. But this one's blued. I got a Zynga. A Zigana. How about a H card? No, I don't have one of those. Do you have a Glock 19? Yes, I have a Glock 19. G36C or K? Probably the K. I like the short one. Can you hold one gun and give us a 360? No, I can't touch any guns. You can't touch a gun on live stream. Zigana Sports is a Turkish 9mm. Do you have a G18? No, I don't. Do you have a BAR? No, I don't. Got any Kel-Tecs? I did have a Kel-Tec sub 2000, but I got rid of it. That was actually the first rifle that I bought when I was 18. It was a Kel-Tec sub 2000. The trolls have made their way into the building. Check out my bolt action ARs. Those are pretty cool. That's interesting. But yeah, I guess the G36C then. You would think C would stand for carbine and then K would stand for Kurtz or short, but I guess it's backwards. Do you have an AK-74U? No, I don't. What are you looking to acquire next? I would really like to get an MP5. Got any 2011s? I do. Stealth Arms Platypus. And then I have a Fusion Firearms XP Pro, but it's in the case down there. Glock 30. I have a Glock 40. Used to have a rifle at my grandpa's house, but it's broken. Have you any Mac 90? No, I don't have a Mac 90. Now that's a man's shed. This is a basement room. If you want MP5, you can find them cheap from Pakistan, but German is better. Yeah, I want a HK MP5, but I will settle for a Century Arms. What AK do you got? I've got a PSA AK, and I have a Zastava ZPAP 85, which is a 5.56. You're not worried about it flooding? No, this basement doesn't flood. Plus, these are all raised up off the ground. Plus, if it did flood, I could just throw them all in the safes and be fine. But it's unlikely to flood in this part of the basement, at least. What about a Scorpion? I used to have a Scorpion, but I got rid of it a while back. Is that a Vector? Yes. It's the cursed Vector. VZ61? Yeah, I'd like to get one of those. I had the Evo 3 Scorpion. Do you have any M16A1? Kinda. I have the NCR service rifle, which is kind of like an A1. A grenade launcher. Yeah. We got the TAC-D launcher. If you get an MP5, you have to super safe it. Yeah, definitely. That's why I want to get one. I would really like to get the HK version, but if not, I'll get the Century Arms. Biggest caliber, 50 AE. How much you sell? I'm not selling anything. Yeah, I have to sub. Yeah, if you guys like guns and gun videos, sub to the channel. Will you get a 50 round mag for your Glock? I had a drum, but it broke, so no. I do have the Chris Vector 40 round mags though, and those will fit in a Glock. Yeah, I heard the AP5s are the best clone, or maybe besides a PTR, but yeah, the AP5s are pretty much built on the same tooling that HK used, so. I shot the Desert Eagle in Bulgaria, 25 meter. Yeah, the Desert Eagle is like crazy to shoot. I have some videos shooting it one-handed also. Put a switch on the 50 AE. You have piercing bullets. Yeah, all the bullets pierce. Pakistan Ordnance Factory is making top-class MP5s and HKs. Yeah, I know HK sold some tooling to MKE, I believe, which is Century Arms, I think. Do gun shops still sell / display PPKs? I think my gun store has a PPK. What your Glock under the towel? A Glock 19, and that's a PSA dagger. Dagger S. Yeah, they're built by MKE on licensed tooling. They're as real as you can get without the HK stamp. Yeah. And I have a laser engraver, so I could just engrave the HK logo in it. But yeah, I definitely want to get an MP5 next. Same with the G3 clone. Yeah, I want a G3 also, but I think the MP5 is going to be next. I've been wanting an MP5 forever. What's AWM? People keep saying that. I don't know what that is. Do you have a 500 Magnum? No. Do you have an M19? I'm not sure. I have an M1911. Do you have any grenades, like armor-piercing tank grenade? No. How do you feel about the RPX-9? It's a Glock 19 Gen 4 clone. Oh, I know. Never heard of it. What are your thoughts on an M&P Shield? It'd probably be pretty good. I don't think I've ever had an M&P Shield, but I have an M&P 2.0. AWM is a bolt-action sniper. Do you have armor plates? Yeah, I have some level 4 plates in there. Are these your collection? Yes. I think AWP, AWM are government issued snipers. That's the craziest vector I've ever seen. It's only gonna get crazier. It's only gonna get more crazy from here on out. I'm just gonna keep adding stuff to it. Shield is obsolete, just get a 2.0 compact. Probably, yeah. I would say so too. How much total money? I don't know. Quite a bit. You must have spent a fortune on these. Yep, definitely. Do you have Air Force Texan? I don't know what that is. No. Quantas Armas. How many guns? I counted them yesterday, and I thought I only had like 60, but there's like 92, I think. I think 9. Do you have any type of scar? No, I don't have a scar. If you only had to keep 3 guns, which would they be? Desert Eagle, some kind of AR, and a high point. Arctic Warfare Magnum. Do you have a flashbang grenade? I might. I might have some flashbangers for this. You are awesome. Do you need a new friend? Maybe. Is it legal or free to possess all of these in the USA? Is there official document or license required? No. You can buy as many as you can afford. Are you a veteran? No. Are you a redneck? No. Not really. I'm from the UK and went to Poland for holiday. Desert Eagle is wild and the AR was cool, fairly easy to shoot. Do you snipe alligator? No, we don't have alligators where I live. Do you have an HK416? Kind of. This is a HK416 clone. And yeah, it's a clone, but it's a HK416 clone. Bruh, WUS gun laws. Yeah, certain states, like my state's pretty good, but some states, like, you can't have a lot of stuff. You can't have any cool stuff. High points are like disposable Kodak cameras. One use and throw at the enemy. What do you think about Canics? I've never had a Canic. I've shot one before, but I just never got one, so I don't really care to get one. What state are you in? The United States. Have you heard of pin guns? Literally a pin. Yeah, I've heard of those. Those are pretty cool. How often do you polish them? Probably not as often as I should. The Vector needs a bayonet. Yeah, I should get a bayonet for it. I need to get there's a company called Up Knife. They make a bayonet that goes into the M-lock. So that would be cool to get. How much for Glock 19X? I don't know. Where is your flamethrower? Oh, I need to get a flamethrower next. Actually, I don't even care to have a flamethrower. I don't want to set anything on fire. Do you have a 357 SIG? No, I don't. I read that Arkansas is one of the best states for gun collectors. Actually, New Hampshire, believe it or not, is one of the best states for gun laws. What has some of the best gun laws. But my state really only has one restriction, and you can't have exploding ammo. That's the only restriction that my state has, besides whatever's federally illegal. Are you a fan of 10 millimeter? Not really. I have a 10 millimeter, but it's expensive to shoot, so not really. You should get a RPK. Well, coincidentally, I'm getting one. It's going to be a 5.56 RPK. Do you have a platypus? Yes. I'll show you it. Right there. Custom serial number. Custom 2A Ninja serial number. Custom colors. What are these for? Hunting? Yes. Do you have Glocks? Yeah, I have a few. Does your state allow full auto? Yes. Which rifle would be your most powerful? Probably this 6.5 PRC. Pretty powerful round. Maybe a 308. Oh, we got a super chat from Caltrops. Flamethrower fund. We're going to have to get a flamethrower now. Definitely thank you for that. We're going to have to get a flamethrower immediately. You have an AR-10? Yes. Right there. Man has never done a day of work in his life. Look at that wall. That's daddy's money. I am the dad. And I actually have a job and I make money off of YouTube. As you can see, we just got a $20 donation. So it is daddy's money, but I am daddy. So haters comment. Yeah. Let's see your gun wall, Oni. Would you use in a zombie apocalypse? Probably a 22 with a suppressor on it. And only do headshots. I think that would be the way to go. You can carry a bunch of ammo. You can be fairly accurate. And it'd be super quiet. 22 is the way to go for sure. And in a zombie situation. You have a dope gun room. Thank you. It's not quite finished. I still have to finish the drywall and paint. I really don't like these lights either. I'm probably going to have to change those out. But yeah, I have some more of these, but I need to maybe put them either right above these, or I want to angle them in this corner here so they kind of cascade light down onto this wall. I think that would be cool. I want to have gun just looking your. That's American flag wall is cool. Yeah, this is HoldUp Displays just came out with this. It's pretty sweet. Your Vector is missing a cup holder. I should 3D print a bunch of like a cup holder, like a nugget sauce holder and all that stuff. That would be funny. Do you have a bulb? How do you store your ammos to avoid fire? Most of the ammo goes in this safe. A lot of this is just for show right now. But typically I'll put all the ammo in that safe. How much is all your weapons cost? I have no idea. Do you have a Red Ryder? Yes, I do have a Red Ryder. It's upstairs though. Do you do maintenance yourself? Yeah. I'm at the point now where if I go to the range and shoot like 10 guns, I just rarely clean them now, which is probably not a good idea. But yeah, I probably should clean them more often. I love the collection, homie. Playa. Do you have an AR Wolverine, which is a 308 bullpup? And I have a PSA Jackal and bullpup chassis. And then This is a BRN 180. It's like a modern AR 18 or AR 180. At least 600K worth of guns. Probably not that much. What's the most expensive ammo? Probably 6.5 PRC is really expensive. 50 AE is really expensive. 8.6 Blackout is really, really expensive. I would probably say the 8.6 Blackout. Everything else is more or less affordable. Have you got an Uzi? Yep, we got a Uzi. It's got wood furniture on it. And then the oldest gun is this Mosin right here, 1942. Do you have a minigun? No, I don't. You don't press your own ammo? No, but I probably should. You can own none of this in America unless non-citizen. Yeah, if you're not a citizen, you definitely can't own a gun legally. You have an amazing collection, sir. How long did it take to build this collection? Really not that long. I want to say I did a gun collection video. I did one last year, and then I did one a year before that. And if you were to see like the amount compared from the very first one I did to now, it would be like a pretty big difference. Not a regular citizen, I think. Do you have an AR-10? Yes. This is an AR-10, technically. It's a 308. And then this is also a 308. And then back here, these are bolt action, but they're also AR-10s. Not a regular citizen, I think. No, you can own as many guns as you can afford. What do you do for work? I don't really talk about what I do for work, but I do have a job. What revolvers do you have? I only have 2 revolvers. They're exactly the same. Heritage Rough Rider 22s. Is it legal to have a RPG-7? I don't know because my state has a ban on explosive ammo. And I think that would kind of constitute as an explosive ammo. But maybe it wouldn't matter if you had like an SOT. So I don't know. Or like a Type 10 FFL and SOT. Do you think I'm a kid or an adult? I have no idea. Probably a kid. I couldn't tell you. What ammo do you use? What ammo do you use the most common? Probably 9mm and 5.56. Do you have a Glock 18 switch? No, I don't. Probably you work paramilitary and CIA. No, I don't work for the government. Your favorite hand pistol? I really like the Stealth Arms Platypus, or this is pretty cool. The Ruger RXM with the Sharps Bros grip. Or my absolute favorite all time, the Yeet Cannon. Bros snacking on some 9mm. NEP 365s? Yes, that's what I carry, but it is upstairs. I have no guns as they're hard to get in my country, but I built a pretty sweet flamethrower. Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, I know all this ammo types: piercing, tracing, exploding, fire bullets. Yeah, the only ones we can't have are exploding ammo. Which I don't even know why it's regulated by the state, but it is. Do you like 380 auto? I don't have any, so I've heard it's pretty good, especially if you get like some good self-defense ammo. Ammo can do that. That camo looks sick. Oh yeah, I have a video on this, like a tutorial video. This is all done with spray paint and stencils. You have a nice collection here. Ammo can do that, yes. Clown colors. Yeah. It's weak. It's a weak 9mm. Yeah, 380. It's a little bit weaker than 9mm. Do you have an M61 Vulcan? No. You have an M99 416. You should help Zelensky. He's getting enough help. Is this a personal collection? Yes. Do you have a Galil? No, but I really want a Galil. I want the OG Galil, and I want a FAL, and I want an MP5, and I want a bunch of stuff. What will you do with all that guns? Mostly just let them sit here. It would be so cool if you had an M60. Yeah, M60s are awesome, but super expensive. Wait till they find out we can buy tannerite by the bread at Walmart. HK 417? No, this is similar to a 417. It's a piston-driven 308, but it's called a POF, Patriot Ordnance Factory. That's the brand. I'm surprised ATF hasn't come knocking for them to come knocking. Last time I checked, it's not illegal to own guns, so. Oh, I accidentally did a face reveal, guys. You guys just now figured out that I'm actually Mr. Beast. Bro, is that a gun used for the... Tell me you got a Luger. No, I don't have a Luger. ATF can come knocking. I lost all mine in a boating accident. High tech, bringing brilliance, excellence, superbly. Don't worry, mate. You have an M7? I don't have an M7. Doesn't stop them from knocking on your door. What's up, busy? What do you do for a living? That's classified. How much have you invested in all that? I don't know. I'll have to get with my accountant and see. If I'm becoming, I know who's going to help me. It's you. What's going on with that Vector? This is the cursed Vector. You can thank FPS Kenny for this. We got the night vision, the carry handle, the folding brace, the bipod with the grenade launcher, with the Holosun Raid and the Holosun Red Dot and the suppressor. I need to find more stuff to put on it. Accountant, aka the wife. No, the wife will never learn the true amount of money. Which gun do you carry? The scope on the Vector? That's like a night vision scope, so it's definitely big, but it's not like a practical. It would be good for like night vision hunting. What do you carry as an EDC? A SIG P365 XL. Magnum Research Deagle? Yes. Magnum Research. Made in the USA. 50 AE. Probably closer to 1 million. No, definitely not. Definitely not 1 million. Do you have a Glock switch? No. You're just missing the RPG. Should I get like a fake RPG to hang on the wall? Because you can get like, it's just like a toy basically, but it's, I don't know. SIG FRT? No. Don't have one of those. I think I am. I'm going to get like a fake RPG to hang on the wall. A replica. That's a better word. Replica. Definitely going to look into that. Do you have a bump stock or wide open trigger? No, I have a bunch of like FRTs. Mr. Beast, is that you? Yes, it's me. What gun would you suggest for a beginner? Probably like a basic 1020, a Ruger 1022, or just like a basic bolt action or semi-auto 22. I do have an M1 Garand. I have an M1A. I have a Mini 14. I'm trying to get a M1 carbine to complete the collection. The ATF has gun videos that embed tracking technology to red flag certain videos. Watch the wrong gun video, get a knock at your door. Respond to the wrong gun ad on arms list, get a knock at your door. Yeah. Don't do anything illegal online, guys. What gun do you have? Hold on. What gun do you not have that you want? An MP5, a FAL, FAL, MP5. There's so many. Do you have an M14? Yes, it's right there. It's actually an M1A. URGI? No, I don't have one of those. SIG makes like 300 different guns. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many different guns, and I want all of them. Forget the rest. Focus on Stars and Stripes for a while. Some good guns there. Okay, we'll focus on the HoldUp Displays Patriot Wall. Did you know M60 can shoot 308? Yes. Just gotta... looking at that beautiful M1A. I haven't even shot this thing yet. Doesn't HK make a civilian MP5? Yes, they do, but it's like... it's over $3,000, so it's pretty expensive. Any Calicos? No. Tell me the price of that Desert Eagle. I paid like... I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, but... Do you have a retro 1911? Yeah. M60 does shoot 308, yeah. It's not illegal to respond to Barrett 50 BMG ad. Golly, I gotta go. These guys watching are... Do you have a high point? Yeah, I do have a high point. Right there. The Yeet Cannon. Do you own a Glock 17? No, I don't. Can you hold? No, you can't hold any guns on live stream, but you can look at them. Somebody asked about... these are the 1911s that I have. This one's a Springfield. This one's a Kimber. No Glock. I do have a few Glocks. There's a Glock 19. There's a Glock 45. And there's a Glock 40. All the rest are clones. Do you have a G36? No. Which Glocks do you have? I already answered that. You have a Winchester hex barrel? No, I did have a Henry octagon barrel, 44 Magnum, I think. No, it was a 45 Colt, and it was at a brass receiver. What's your smallest rifle? I'm not sure. Do you have a Uzi? I do have an Uzi. It has wood furniture on it. What guns you taking to the Civil War? Probably a musket. But we do have a little special segment. This is a M1 Garand clip. And if you guys want to, I can throw this on the ground and we can hear it make the pinging noise. So if that's something you guys are interested in, double tap the screen and spam ping in the chat. And I'll throw this on the ground and you guys can hear the glorious noise. What Henrys do you have? I have a Henry 3030 and a Henry 44 Magnum. How long would you load all the ammo? It would probably take a long time. Is that a Tommy grip under the stars? Yes. All right, we got ping spamming in the chat. We're going to throw this on the ground. Ping it, dude. And we have the Thompson. It's a rifle, so it's not like a short-barreled Thompson. But yeah. Nothing too crazy about it. Can a human neck bone... ping, ping, ping. To answer your question, Bolt Speedman, I'm not sure about a neck bone, but I shot a deer a couple years ago, and it went through one of the shoulders, straight through the heart, and embedded itself into the shoulder bone of the other side. So, I don't know. Do you have any SVDs? No. Do you have the platypus? Yes, I do. It's right there, the platypus, in all its glory. Let me focus. Custom serial number. Custom serial number. Show us your golden gun. It's upstairs. I can't get it. Well, I could, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Plus, that would mean I'm touching a gun, and I can't touch a gun on a live stream. Do you have a P08 Luger? No, I don't. Can I have a shout out? Shout out to Stacy Raider. If you have a kid and you let your kids saw this, what do you think? My kids have literally been around guns since they were born. They're not like, they don't care about them. If that makes sense. Yeah, they're not like infatuated by them. Like, they know not to touch them and stuff like that. Like, I could, if I wanted to, I could just leave a gun sitting on the table and they wouldn't mess with it. But I'm responsible and I don't do that. But yeah, kids need to be taught from a very young age. 9 Prime. I've heard those are good. I'm from England. We don't have guns. What's the craziest firearm you own? Probably the Cursed Vector. The Trumpson. The Thompson. I said Trumpson. It's a Donald Trump edition Thompson. It's kind of cringe, I know. There's official safety programs, people. Yeah. The best gun control is growing up around guns. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Do you have a saw? No, I don't. I was raised by Green Beret. The team started shooting when I was 3. Yeah. A lot of people that I know that are like into guns have been around guns since they were like super young. It's the people that get guns, have no experience with guns until they turn 18, that not all the time, but sometimes it can be troublesome. How many snipers do you own? I have some rifles with scopes on them. I wouldn't really consider them snipers. Just made some fried shrimp and fish. That sounds good. How long are you staying on live for? It's been a while. My phone's on 15%. So I don't know, maybe a little bit longer. I would like to know how many total views the stream has because I'm trying to break the record. Best budget pistol? I really like the Ruger RXM for a budget pistol. I think those are like $350. A super budget. What's up, Christopher Lopez Vega? Welcome back. A super budget pistol would be like a High Point. Any Glock clone is probably going to be budget friendly. Glock 19, a true Glock 19, probably going to be around $550 or so, depending on where you get it. But yeah, those are about some budget pistols, I would say. What's that little handgun above your Mini 14? That's the High Point. The Yeet Cannon. Props you for graciously handling these cringe internet questions. Or Taurus. Yeah, I've heard good things about like the Taurus G2C. I've never had one, but a lot of people that I know who do have them have never had any issues. What's your heaviest gun? That's a good question. Probably right now, the Vector in this configuration. Otherwise, maybe the M1. The M1 or the M1A are both pretty heavy. The Thompson's really heavy. So probably between any of those. My lightest gun would probably be maybe this Ruger 1022. It's super light. Other than like a pistol, the Ruger 1022 is really light. I'm trying to think. I just got something that's insanely light. I don't remember what it is. I don't think it's lighter than the 1022 though. Shipping to Europe? No, thank you. Do you have any muzzle loaders? No. I don't have any muzzle loaders. Okay, I already read that one. Money well spent. What's your heaviest gun? Good morning. You need a 1022 and the Desert Tech furniture. Yeah, I saw those at SHOT Show. Those are really cool. Ideal for hunting. Any like 30 caliber rifle or a 270, even like a 5.56 if you have good shot placement. A 30-30 would be good for hunting inside maybe 200 yards. Is that a carbine 15? I don't know. That's a M4A1. GSG 16. I don't have one of those. But isn't that like a MP5? But it's a 22. 270. 270 would be really good for deer. Oh yeah, up here, a Car 15. Is that what you're talking about? MP5 Clone 22, yeah. Do you own any British World War II guns? No, I don't. I did have a P17 Enfield, which was American. But yeah, that's about as close to a British gun as I got. They come with a 110 round mag. Yeah, I know. All right, we're going to do another. Hello, don't worry. How much is the price of Kalash? This is a PSA AK. It's not a real deal Russian AK or an import. You should get one of them underbarrel. I got one. Right there. Palmetto State Armory. All right, we're going to do another M1 Garand ping. All right, everyone get ready. Drum roll, please. Tommy gun chilling next to my all-time favorite lever action rifle. Yeah, the Tommy gun. I have a drum for it, but YouTube doesn't like when I show the drum, so it's put up. Bing bong. Flamethrower for the Vector. Imagine if I did this. So the flamethrower mounts to a Picatinny. What if I mounted a flamethrower to the bottom of the grenade launcher? That would be crazy. How much does M4 cost? I'm not sure. I'm not sure nowadays. A Colt M4? I don't know what it would go for. Has your keypad broken before the Winchester safe? Okay, so check this out. The keypad's fine, but the battery, the battery and the battery connector are completely gone. This is the battery. So what I have to do is line up these wires with the thing while typing in the code, and I have to spin the lock before I pull the battery off, or else it won't open. Wait, bro, so what's the sound of the M1 Garand? Is it the bullet that make that noise or what? Okay, I'll show you. So this is called an in-block clip. So 8 rounds of 30-06 go in here. I had one. Oh, this is a better example. These are empty shell casings. So, and one of them's not the right size, but so you have 8 rounds. After you shoot all those, there's a mechanism that will flip this out once it's empty. Once it's empty like this, it'll flip out, and typically it will kind of hit on a part of the charging handle, I think, when it comes out, and it pings, but it also pings when you just drop it on the ground. So for example, if I could, yeah, so if I kind of squeeze it together and then let it go, you can kind of hear it. Oh, let me drop it. That was a bad example, but you can hear it. I don't even know where that thing went. It's all the way under there. But yeah, that's what makes the noise. Bro, you have an M416. Yes. Well, not really. It's a Brownells BRN4. It's just a clone of a 416. Glad I'm not the only one. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't even think this safe has like a spare key. I know both of these have like a spare key. You can pull the keypad off, and then you have a little key that you can turn in there. This one doesn't have one. So the only way you can get into this, if those wires break, I'm afraid I might be screwed. Clone of the... That's a crazy collection. Trying to buy Taurus GX4 later today. I like my mom's. My cousin has a GX4. You like light triggers or heavier ones? I like lighter triggers. Lighter triggers are easier to shoot more accurately. You might be able to replace the keypad. I'm not sure how on this. This is a very old safe. I don't even think they make these anymore. But like this thing doesn't turn at all. If I come over to this one, these are just plastic. That one's metal. I can push a button on the bottom and turn this. And then there's that keyhole. So there's a spare key for that. And then this one also has the same setup. You're going to need a locksmith. No, I can still open it. I just have to like hold the battery onto the wires and type in the code and all that. What's your fastest gun? I would have to say one of these ARs. I think it's actually upstairs, but one of the ARs with the FRT shoots really fast. This one shoots really fast too. After I get the, well, actually no, the TX22 with the FRT is definitely the fastest. This Vector, once I get the FRT for that, that's gonna be really fun. Gunsmith, what's evening, bro? Any 30-06 semi-autos? I used to have, well, yeah, actually the M1 Garand. The M1 Garand is a semi-auto 30-06. You should get a Lima 6. Yeah, I wish I could have got one for the beta testers. I'm not cool enough, I guess. Hey, the CMMG 22 bolt works like Taurus 22 super fast. Yeah, they're pretty fast, especially suppressed. Other than the M1 Garand, I used to have a Remington 7400, but I don't think I have any other semi-auto 30-06s. Do you have a full auto gun? No, but I do have FRTs. And a bunch of these, next time I'm gonna have to switch some of these around because I wanted to show off the new SIG 556, but it's kind of hard to see back there. So I'm not doing it any justice. Are you running thermal? I used to have a thermal scope, but I had to send it back. Unfortunately. Are you running thermal on anything? Unfortunately not. I wish they would have let me keep it, but they didn't. I heard the new pistol thermals are rad. Yeah, they are, but I think that would be better suited on something like a PCC or even like maybe an AR, but on a pistol it'd be kind of hard. Nods win. I really need to get nods. I keep buying guns, and I really need to just not buy guns for a month and get nods. But I just can't help myself. I truly can't. I'm just kind of hoping one day a company will just send me nods, but I doubt it. They're so expensive. What 22 ammo do you think is the best? I don't know. I use Federal Auto Match a lot. Sad to say, but it sucks to be in California sometimes. Unfortunately, where the only allowed to own 12 gauges for home defense and hunting rifles. You can still get AR in California, but they're just neutered. Do you know the game PUBG? I've heard of it. I don't think I've played it. You need so many more guns. I know. I'm already out of room, though. I am out of room already. Well, I could move some things around and make more room. Like I could put another one of these racks up, move all these mags somewhere else and have room. But then this safe would have to move. I could move this safe to the middle of this wall so I could still have access to these and be able to put some stuff over there. What's the address? ATF is coming for you soon. Well, the government shut down, so I don't think they would do anything. Is this legal? Yes. ATF is going to raid you for what? Nice collection. Yes, very nice. AR rifles are illegal. Any revolvers? For owning assault rifles. Last time I checked, you can own whatever you want. Beautiful guns. Thoughts on 37mm? I like it. It's cool. I got it on the Vector. Here's some of the casings for it. These are, they're just like aluminum giant shotgun shells, essentially. And they have a shotgun primer in them. Pretty cool. What barrel length is it? You can't own fully auto guns. I don't have any fully auto guns. So also SBRs, and yes, you can own SBRs. I have a bunch of them. I paid my dues. Absolutely legal. That's it, my brother. Yeah, definitely. FRT is legal. Yes. Nah, I'm clowning. I've seen a 37mm launcher. Yeah, I have some firework. Basically, all the rounds I have are like fireworks. California is not a state. We're the only republic. I like the 37mm launcher. This is a 6-inch barrel, I think. I think they make a 9 and 12-inch also. I thought full auto was legal if registered before. Yeah. So you could buy a machine gun. They're just so expensive. But basically buying a pre-86 machine gun is the same as buying a suppressor or an SBR. You just have to do a Form 4 on it. You'd have fun in Texas? Yeah. Well, my state's probably just as good as Texas, except not as hot. Well, it does get really hot in the summer, though. Yeah, but with FRTs being legal, buying a machine gun is just kind of dumb. It turns a $2,000 gun into 25 grand. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's for like a junkie. You can get a yeah. Full auto is illegal to an extent, but it's fine if you got paperwork for it and on private property. Yeah, as long as you give the government $200, you can have it. You can have a pre-86 machine gun. And as long as you pass your background check. Any odd calibers? Any odd caliber? I've got a couple 8.6 blackouts. Other than that, everything is 5.56 or 308 or 9mm. Why would you even want full auto? Yeah, full auto is not very practical. It's fun, but it's not practical for most things. Subscribed. Have a good one. Thank you guys for subscribing. Anybody else in the chat that wants to watch gun videos, please consider subscribing. MP5. I want to get an MP5, but I don't have one yet. I think that's going to be my next gun, is the MP5. What's your favorite Glock? Probably the Glock 45. Oh, I also have a Glock 34. I forgot to mention that because I got a million people asking me what Glocks I have. But I have a Glock 34. It is a waste of ammo, and it's not practical for being accurate, but it's fun to shoot. Oh, all right, guys. I think I might end it here. It's been fun. It's been real. Well, it's been real. It's been fun, but it's not been real fun. Actually, it has been real fun. I like the 19 with the vector mags. Yeah. All right, everyone. If you're not subscribed and you want to subscribe, subscribe. If not, then that's fine too. Like the video before you leave, if you could. Just double tap the screen, and we will have to see you guys on the next one because my phone battery's on 8%, and I've been standing here for over 2 hours at this point. So Johnny B is not a FUD. He's just a realistic thinker. Full auto is really not practical for anything besides having fun. You can be much more accurate with a semi-auto. Turn that Chris into a Christine. Do you have a Romanian AK? No, I don't. I have a Yugo 556 AK. And a PSA AK. But all right, guys. Appreciate everyone stopping by.